a little bit because you're going to need a place to work.
Yes.
There you go.
I need it. You agree to this one? Okay. Now, you guys have been starting to learn about fractions, and we've been talking about whole, and fractions are part of a whole. So your whole can be, if I draw a circle right now, is that a whole?
Yes.
And if it were an orange, I can take it and cut it into parts. So now I have a whole that has how many parts?
Half.
Raise a quiet hand. Yes, Deshaun.
Half.
It's
1/2.
so what this side is
1/2.
1/2 of
Of a whole.
and then this side is the other half of a whole. So I can cut my orange into different parts, but this can be, I can have a whole that's different than just this. A whole, oh, I put my pen down.
Got the first circle.
Alright, well, that's good. But what if I make three circles? Can this also, if I clump them all together, can that also be a whole?
Yes.
That can also be a whole. So we can have, when we're talking about wholes, there can be one whole, or we can have sets that we also call a whole. So this is a whole, and this is also a whole. So they would be equal as we're being wholes. So what we're going to do today, why is my eraser not working? Am I in a different setting, Mrs. Doherty?
It's not big.
We're already having technical difficulties.
Let's try to color it. Let's do the last one and then the first one.
Here, touch the thing. Touch the red. The down.
It makes an M.
See?
I didn't do anything.
It's square.
Longer to erase.
So you can make a big circle and tap in the middle
Well, I was
too.
trying to do that. It wasn't.
Yeah.
The one up there, she didn't let me.
Today we're going to be working with some tiles. Okay. We're going to be working with little baggies of tiles. That's why I want to make sure that you are crisscross applesauce and you have some space in front of you, because you're going to need some room to work. So, Marcus, all of you can kind of turn and face sideways for right now, so you have some space in front of you to work independently.
Let's do wings.
Wait. I'm going to give you each a bag of tiles. You're welcome. I want to make sure you have enough of the different colors that you're going to need. Some of them are just red and blue. Okay, we're still at a level 0. Okay, now use, yes, Ellen? And I think we're going to be okay. All of the sets are not exactly the same. Some of you have different amounts, some of you have different colors. But I think they're all going to work fine for what we're doing. Dominic, where should they be, do you think? Okay, I want you to use your tiles that you have Gage, are you ready? I want you to use the tiles that you have, and I want you to make a set where 1/8 of the tiles are red. So take what you need out of your baggie, or you can empty your whole bag in front of you.
I don't even have any time.
Gage, I need you to get on task. You're making a set where 1/8 is going to be red. You have enough to do the job. You have enough there to do the job, Marcus, I promise you.
I only have like 17 minutes this year. I have way too many reds. Oh my gosh.
So right now you're making a set where 1/8 of your tiles are red. So you're going to have to think about how many tiles do you need. And after you figure out how many tiles you need, how many of them are going to need to be red? And that's a decision that you're going to have to make.
That's way too many reds.
That doesn't mean that you're using all of the tiles in your bag.
I don't have enough.
You might not need all of the tiles in your bag.
Can I take some more? I don't need to have it. We'll do 7 greens.
I have 2 extra greens.
We'll take a couple more minutes. So think about how many tiles you need for your set and how many of them are going to need to be red. Gage, where is your spot? How come you've moved?
Got a bunch of
Yeah, the same thing.
I have way too many tiles.
All you need, it doesn't matter how many tiles are in your bag. All you need to focus on is how many you need to make your set and how many of them you need to be red. Keegan, are you making your set? Is it building time? Okay, so how many tiles did you use, Keegan, to make your set?
8.
You used 8. How many of them are red?
1.
So you have 1 that's red, and you have 8 in all. Does it matter what color my other tiles are?
No.
So I have 8 tiles here.
I did a mixture of yellow.
Yes, Ashley? Forgot what you were gonna say. So my denominator is 8. So I'm thinking if it's going to be 1/8, I probably need at least 8 hearts. So I decided to use 8 tiles. And I made 1 red. So now I know that 1 out of my 8 tiles is red. So if 1 out of my 8 tiles is red, is it 1/8 red?
Yes.
It's 1/8 red. And does it matter what color my other tiles are at all?
No.
It doesn't matter. Did everyone get it?
Yes.
Okay, now without changing your red tile, you should still have your same original set with 1/8 red. Nothing should have moved. I want you to still have your set that you gauge. The next time it's going to be a point. I need you to be on task. Okay?
Okay.
I need you to make your set that's 1/8 red. You're going to need them all laying flat on the carpet to do what we're doing. So keep your set where 1/8 is red. Marcus, where is your set that's 1/8 red? Is 1/8 of your set red? How many tiles do you have?
8.
Okay. Show me where 1/8 is red. Okay. Now, without moving, we're going to keep our sets just how they are for right now until I give you the instructions for the next set, okay? Because we're going to be changing this same set as we go. So while keeping your set 1/8 red, now I want you to also make your set 1/2 blue. While leaving your red tile still there in that set, make 1/2 blue. So you should have a set where 1/8 is red, but 1/2 is also blue.
She said I only have 3.
How many more blues
Said
do
no,
you
she
need?
changed. Huge, I have an extra blue.
Do you have an extra blue?
I have 2 extra blues.
Okay.
Just leave them.
That only has 2 extras.
Gage, we're at a level 0. You have the blues you need now, so we're at a level 0. So 1/8 is red, and 1/2 should be blue. So think about how many are in your set in all. Look back at what our denominator was. We know it has 8 parts of our whole. And we need half of those parts to be blue. So right up here, if I look up here, I have my set, my whole is 8, and I have 1/8 of them red. But I want half of them to be blue. If I divide it like that, do we have 2 halves?
Yes.
We all agree that we have 2 halves? Thumbs up if you agree that I have 2 halves. Okay. And I need 1/2 to be blue. So if I need 1/2 to be blue, how many of them would need to be blue, Sarah?
Yep.
Well, I want you to tell me right now. How many have to be blue?
You could change the 2 blue ones and put them over there, and change the green and yellow ones, and then
I need one more. So if I move these 2 blue over here, I need to move these 2 blue over here. Is that what you're telling me?
yeah.
Okay. And then you said I need 1 more blue one, but I need to trade out the yellow one. So I trade out the yellow one and I get 1 more blue one. Now, do I have 1/2 blue?
Yes.
Thumbs up if you think I have 1/2 blue. Does everyone agree? What if I do this? Is 1/2 still blue?
Yes.
What do you think, Elliot? Is 1/2 still blue? Ah, yes, there's still 4. They do not have to be together. They do not have to be clumped together in order for it to be still 1/2. Okay, now, without changing anything else, I do not want you to change it from being 1/8 red. I don't want you to change it from being 1/2 blue. now I also want you to make it 1/4 yellow.
What is 1/4? That's
1/4 yellow, sorry. 1/4 1/4 yellow.
Want to cut it?
That's another
Do we
lesson.
still have to
1/4
have
yellow. Keep the set that you have. I still want 1/8 red. I still want 1/2 blue. But now looking at the other tiles, I want you to make 1/4 yellow.
Don't get that.
1/4 yellow.
Okay.
Forget I said 1/4. 1/4 yellow.
I know.
So there's 1/4 erase or erase it off.
Color. 1/4 yellow.
1/4 yellow.
She said 1/4 yellow, not 2/4.
Oh.
Okay.
Now we get to make another step.
Because we have to, how many fourths would I have in this? I have 8. So how many fourths do I have? If I were to divide it into 4 equally. Is that fourths? Is this fourths? The set is my whole.
Wait, yeah, it is.
And so yes, I've divided into 1, 2, 3, 4. Can everyone agree that I divided it into 4?
Yes.
Are they equal parts?
Yes.
Divide them equally? Okay. So if I needed 1/4 to be yellow, how many would have to be yellow? How many, Sammy? 2. Do I already have? From the tiles that I have, do I already have 2 that are yellow?
Yes.
So is 1/4 of my set yellow?
No.
2/4.
2/4.
Get 2/4. Because there's 2 yellows and you only need 1 yellow. Oh, we
I only need 1 yellow? Okay. I now have 1 yellow. Is that 1/4?
That's wrong.
How is that 1/4? Just explain it to me. How is that 1/4?
1/4 has to be yellow, so 1 of them has to be yellow.
So this is my fourths. 1, 2, 3, 4. So one section of this is a fourth.
Oh.
So how many have to be? So would that be 1/4? Now is it 1/4?
Yes. No.
Is that 1/4 yet?
Yes.
It is 1/4?
Yeah.
Okay, why is it 1/4?
Because 1/2 of the 1 section of the 4th series.
So one section of my fourths, which is part of a whole, is yellow. So now I have 1/4 is yellow. Okay. Did everyone get that?
Yes. Yeah.
So right now, where am I going to go? We got mixed up somewhere along the line. Okay, we were doing our other section. So right now you should have a set where you have still 1/2 is still blue, 1/8 is red, 1/4 is yellow.
One green.
And now I want you to make 1/8 green.
It's already done it. It's already done.
Are you sure?
Oh my god, I did the same thing.
Without changing the others. That's right, Ellie, without changing the others. It's already done? Is that what you said?
Yes.
It is in mine, it's already done. I don't know if yours is already done.
Mine's already done.
Mine's
already
done.
Same thing in the house. Mine is.
How are you doing that?
You have no idea.
Miss Fernandez, do we still have to have a red?
Everything else should still be exactly the same.
Because if we have to,
Okay, can we come back to level 0, please?
no, Gage, because you're wrong on that.
Dominic?
We need to eliminate 2 yellows.
Gage? Okay, and 5? That's a point gauge. Allie, please be on task. Does everyone's look like this?
Yes.
Yes.
We're going to go ahead and you can scramble up the set that you have now. We're going to make a new set. We are going to make a new set. And I want you to make a set where 1/6 is red.
I only have 2 reds.
Well, you have to think about that. I'm thinking that might be enough. You need a set where 1/6 is red. So you're going to need to figure out how many parts you're going to need to make up your whole in that set. And how many you're going to need to be red in order to have a set that is 1/6 red.
Look how many greens I have.
Are you working on your set there, Jared? Are you making your 1/6 red?
Done.
So think about how many parts you need in your whole. And how many of them are going to have to be red. How you doing? One, 6.
8 yellows and brown, red.
Okay, if I want 1/6 to be red, I know that I need at least, let's see. Oh no, how should I start this? What do you think, Erin? How many tiles do you think I need?
6.
6. So I need 6 tiles. And I'm just going to toss a bunch out there. Okay, I have 6 tiles, so how many of them, in order to be 1/6 red, how many do I need to be red, Stanley?
And what are, you only need 1 to be 1/6 red.
I need 1/6 to be red, but how many of those tiles would need to be red?
1.
Just 1. So, should I take this one away? Is that 1/6 red?
Yes.
Do I
Yes.
have 1/6 red? I do. Because my whole is a set of 6. I'm going to remember that's our whole. And if I divide it into 6, they're each 6 equal parts. Do we all agree they're all equal? 6 equal parts, and I have 1/6 that's red. Does everyone have a set made now that has 1/6 red? Okay, without changing your red, I now want you to make your set 1/2 yellow.
I'm missing 1
It's
yellow.
already there.
1/2 is going
It's
to be
already
yellow.
there on mine. Me too.
Okay, so red, green, yellow, blue.
Where can I buy yellow?
Are you going to need more yellow?
Only need 1 more.
You think you need one more?
I need more blues. I only have 1 blue.
Well, we haven't gotten to blue yet. So let's wait and see when we get to blue if you need more. You guys all set? So a set that's 1/6 red and 1/2. 1/2. Okay, so I want 1/2 of this to be yellow now. So how many are going to have to be? How many are going to have to be yellow? 3 are going to have to be yellow. So I have 6. So if I divide it into halves, 3 of them will need to be yellow. Does it matter where they are?
No.
Is that still 1/2?
Yes.
Yellow. You guys are getting good at this. Okay, now without changing your yellow or your red, I want you to make 1/3 green. 1/3 green. still have your set of 6. You still have all 6 in your set. So you can move them around. It doesn't have to be one. You have puzzle tree. This is still a whole set altogether. So if you change one over here, you have to do it.
Oh, the money is returning.
I see something is happening over here. Where's your set at, Jared? You think you have it? What's that? Okay, does everyone think they have it? Thumbs up if you think you have it. Thumbs up if you think you have it. Okay. So then, Sammy, I want you to come. Oh, no, you can't. Sammy, how many of them need to be green? Two of them need to be green. So I need to change one of these? Okay. 2 of them need to be green. Why? I cut it into 3 groups, so can I go like that?
No, each group has 7.
Each group has to be 2. So if each group has 2, then they're what kind of groups? Equal groups. Very good. Okay. So I cut it into 3 equal groups. And then...
And so there's one group that has green in it.
So one group has green, and is everyone listening to Sammy?
Yes.
Dominic, what did Sammy just tell me? You know what you just said? You tell me. Sammy, can you say it again so Dominic can hear you?
We cut it into 3 equal groups.
So 3 equal groups.
And then there's green in one group.
There's green in one group, so how many of the groups are green? So one of my groups is green out of the 3 groups, and does that give me 1/3? Does everyone agree? Who agrees with Sammy? If you agree with Sammy, give me a thumbs up. Anybody disagree? Okay, without changing your 1/6 red. And who's that? Oh, that's it for that one. Okay. Alright, so you can scramble up your sets again. We're going to do another set. This will be our last set. We are going to do a set where I want to see if you can make 1/10 of your tiles yellow. Make a new set where 1/10 of your tiles are yellow. So you need to think about how many tiles do I need in my set, and how many of them are going to need to be yellow. Ethan, are you making a set? Do you need some yellow? You're making a set where 1/10 is going to be yellow. I can tell you that you do have enough yellow.
You only need 1 yellow.
We're working independently, Gabe. We're working independently right now. It's not time for sharing. If we're making 1/10, how many parts do you think you need to make?
have some room for.
Okay, thumbs up if you think you have it.
Miss Cooper.
I need it twice.
So how many are we going to, how many parts do we need in our hole? How many parts do you think we need at least? How many, Marisa? You need 10? And I can just use any colors. I can just dump my little bag of squares up here, as long as I have 10, right? And I'm going to start that as my hole. 1, 2, 3.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, so I have 10 parts that are making up, the whole thing is my whole clump is my whole. So in order for it to be 1/10 yellow, Ashley, how many are going to have to be yellow?
1.
1. How do you know? Go ahead. This is my video camera. I know.
If you take, there's 10 pieces, and you
There's
take
10 pieces in my
whole,
hole.
and then there's 1/10 needs to be yellow, so
So
it gives 1 yellow.
this is getting so easy for you guys. So is it 1/10 yellow now?
Yes.
Does everyone agree?
No. Miss Jordan.
Yes.
Are you not sure? Thumbs up if you agree. Thumbs like this if you're not sure. Are you not sure, Sarah? You agree? How about you, Clipper? Okay, you got it. Okay. All right, now without moving your 1/10 yellow, I want you to make 1/2 blue. 1/2.
I need 1 more blue. I only have
Get out of the point.
You need 1 more blue?
I need another blue too.
If you need another blue, just raise your hand.
I got extra one.
Can you share with her?
I need a 5.
What do you need? Aaron? You need 1 blue?
I need some more blue.
What do you need, Maurice? What do you need? You need 1 blue? What do you need? You need blue? How many do you need?
I think I need about, what's it, at least
53?
no, 33.
Oh.
Blue.
Okay, thumbs up if you think you have it. When you think you have it, go ahead and put a thumbs up so that I know who's still working and who's ready. So how many parts are still in your set? You still have how many parts in your hole? How many parts are in our hole, Jared?
1/10.
Well, this one, we had 1/10 of our hole was yellow, but we have a total of 10 parts in our hole.
5.
Okay, so, are you ready, Marcus?
Yes.
Okay. So if I want to make 1/2, what did I say? 1/2 blue. What do I need to do, Ellie? How many of them are going to have to be blue? Because it's okay. I need 5 to be blue. So, well, do I leave this one still here? Or do I have to take it away? Okay, do I have 5 that are blue? Does it matter where they are?
No. Easy way to tell whether there's not half or not is
I can't hear Ellie. Everyone should be at a level 0, and the only one I should hear talking right now is Ellie.
the easy way to tell if you have half of
Okay, can you show me how to do that?
Well, I can't go there.
You can go up there. You're okay. But some parents said it was okay, and some parents said it wasn't okay. So I know it's very confusing. So what did Ellie say was an easy way, Dominic, for us to be able to tell what's a half?
You can split it up into where all the colors on one side.
Where all the colors are on one. Okay, that's an easy way to tell because why is it so easy that way? Why is it so easy, Sarah?
Because they're all blue and you can count if there's 5 or not.
They're all blue and you can count if there's 5 or not, and they're all sort of clumped together. Okay. So now I want you, without changing your blue, without changing your yellow, I want you to make 2/5 red. 2/5 red.
Without taking what away?
Without taking away your 1/10 that was yellow or your 1/2 that is blue, I now want you to also make it look like 2/5 of them are red. Two-fifths. 2/5 is going to look like this if I write it
Can we take
as
our
a fraction.
away?
That's how it looks. Without taking away your 1/2 that's blue, and without taking away your 1/10 that's yellow, I want you to make 2/5 red. So remember when we started at the beginning, hold on, I can tell you. I think you can figure it out. I'm going to give you a minute. When you think you have it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. What happened to the rest of your set?
We're supposed to have 3 reds.
Because you should still have 1/2 blue. You should still have 1/10 that's yellow. So 1/2 is still blue, 1/10 is still yellow. And now we need 2/5 to be red. Thumbs up when you think you're ready. Okay, Cooper, if I want 2/5 to be red, how many need to be red? 2 need to be red? Okay. So we need to take one of these away?
Yeah.
So are 2/5 now red? If you agree with Cooper, give me a thumbs up. If you disagree, give me a thumbs up. Who disagrees? You're not sure? Does anyone strongly disagree? You disagree, Gage?
No.
You're not sure?
Well, actually,
Some of you are not sure? Okay,
I agree.
you agree? So my denominator is going to tell me how many parts are in that whole. So if I want to make this into fifths, I need to divide it into how many equal groups? How many equal groups do I need to show?
No, it's actually a vacuum.
Is this an emergency? How many equal groups do I need? I need 5 equal groups. So how many do you think I need to have in each group if I divide it into 5 equal groups? Where should I put my lines? Where should I put my lines, Sarah? Can you come divide it into 5 equal groups? Ashley says we need 5 equal groups, so where would I put my lines? Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, so do I have 5 equal groups now?
No.
I don't have 5 equal groups?
Because you didn't do the last one.
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 groups.
And there's
How many are in each group?
2.
So if there are 2 in each group, are they equal?
Yes.
Okay. So I have my fifths, and I need 2 fifths. 2 fifths to be red. So 2 of my squares my tiles are red. Is that enough to be 2 fifths? Is that enough to be 2 fifths? Marisa, is that enough to be 2 fifths? Okay. We have fifths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need 2 of those fifths. I need 2 of those fifths to be red. How many fifths do I have right now that are red, Sammy? How many of my fifths are red right now?
No,
2.
1. No, 1 fifth.
How do you know that 1 fifth is red?
Because there's 5 groups and there's 1 group that has red.
There's 5 groups in
The whole.
the whole, and how many of those groups are red? 1. So it's 1/5. How many more do I need to be red to have 2 fifths that are red, Stanley?
How many more you have to have 2 fifths?
Yes.
Oh.
I think I need to make some changes up here because Ashley just let us know that 1/5 right now is red. So how many more?
Oh, you need 2 more reds.
I need 2 more red. Do I just add 2 more red?
Yes. And I need
Do I just throw 2 more red up like this?
No, you take 2 green. You take the
I take the 2 green.
And then put the 2 reds in their place.
And I put the 2 reds in their place. Okay. Because in my whole, I still need my equal sets. So I can't just add more to it.
And I also
So now do I have 2 fifths?
yes.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal groups. That's my fifths. And 2 of them are red. There's my numerator. That's my 2. So now 2 fifths are red. Thumbs up if you agree. That I have 2 fifths red. Yeah. Okay. You don't know? Figure out these specs. Do you see, Marcus? We had our first whole group. We had 10 tiles that we put out when we started at the beginning when we did our 110. We decided now we need to do fifths. So in order to do fifths, we have to divide our whole into 5 equal groups. So we decided we were going to make 5 equal groups out of 10 tiles. We needed to put 2 tile in each group. And 2 of those groups are going to need to be red to make 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gives us 2 fifths. Yes, Stanley? Okay, go ahead and scoop up all your tiles and put them back in your baggie. It doesn't matter how many you have. If you borrowed from someone, it doesn't matter. You can still just put them all back in your baggie. Good. Zip over the top. And then who is our teacher helper this week.
Yeah, I have
Deshaun, when everyone has theirs packed up, would you go around and collect them for me, please?
Stop the video.
The rest of these are mine.
Speak to the video.
They're sitting on it.
Hey, it's mine.
So it's just that.
I don't know.
My red. Shoot, no, that's not, never mind. It's not that was 47 and something. The video was 48 minutes and 7 seconds. They can go back to their number stuff.
Okay, so after Deshaun, go ahead and Deshaun, go around and collect the baggies, and then go ahead and have a seat on your number spot. We're going to do writing.
Jared, you forgot a tile. It's still
Cards are a ticket
going.
for whoever is going to get on their number spot. Fantastic. Thank you, Aaron and Sarah.
Not what, Carter. It's to sit. Let's go.
Video.
Deshaun, Gage, some of your tiles are still on the floor there. Please put them in the baggies.
And Stanley leaves.
Here, Mr. Neda.
I see.
Oh,
Yeah, they see forward.
Deshaun,
I didn't even touch it.
Jared, this way, bud. I'm over here.
Stanley, on your number spot?
Alright, let's see who's sitting crisscross applesauce using her lap. I hope we don't lose any more points today, because we have some people lose points there.
Alright, Ellie has something she wanted to share with everybody, and this is kind of cool.